This is my review and installation of the Off Camber Fabrications by MBRP spare tire relocation bracket fitting all 2007 and up JKs. Today we're going to talk through the installation of this bracket, which is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench install. You'll have this bolted up to your Jeep in about a half an hour with just some traditional hand tools, but we'll talk more about that install in just a second. If you have large tires on your Jeep and you're looking to have a full-size spare, there are a couple of different issues you can run into. The physical larger size of that spare tire can make it so that you'll have an issue when you try and close your tailgate with the tire actually hitting the bumper. Another problem you'll have is the additional weight of that big spare tire can wear on the hinges of your tailgate, can wear on the actual spare tire mount itself, and can actually break the welds on your tailgate. So again, a couple of different issues. This bracket here is only going to fix one of them. This is going to give you the physical room to run a larger tire by raising that tire up a little bit, so you're not going to have any contact issues with your bumper. However, it's actually going to make some of those other issues even worse by providing some additional leverage for that big heavy spare tire. So this is something you're going to want to use for a temporary solution to a bigger problem. This is something you can run in the interim before you get a tub mounted or a bumper mounted tire carrier to properly secure your full-size spare. Now, all of that being said, if you're only running a slightly larger than factory tire, if you're only running a 31-inch tire, a 32-inch tire, something that is an all-terrain, lightweight wheel tire package, then you might be able to get away with something like this in the longer term. However, do know that you are adding some additional leverage and you can make those problems even worse. But if you are looking for a bracket like this one, I think this bracket's going to be pretty affordable. It's right around the same cost as the other ones, and it is going to be pretty well built. Off Camber Fab makes this bracket out of a heavy gauge steel. They laser cut it and then they powder coat it. This is MIG welded together for some additional strength, and it comes with all of your studs already pressed into place, making the install very simple. This install is very simple, as I mentioned before. Definitely a 1 out of 3 wrench install that shouldn't take you more than a half hour. The first step is to remove your spare tire in the way that you normally would by loosening up the lug nuts. Set this bracket over those existing studs that are on your factory tire carrier and secure them down. Set your spare tire over the new studs on your bracket, that of course is going to be a little bit higher up, and tighten everything down with your factory lug nuts. That's all there is to it, very simple. The only other thing that you may run into is an issue with your factory third brake light. Now that your tire is a little bit larger, it's also up a little bit higher, it may want to cover up that factory third brake light, so you may want to look at a solution for that. Otherwise, you're just going to need a socket set. Of course, air will speed things along, but a regular socket set's all you really need to get this done in a half an hour. This bracket's going to come in right around $35, and there are a couple of others on the market that are going to be similarly priced. A lot of them are going to be built in roughly the same way. They're all going to get the job done. This is a well-built version of this bracket. However, it is important to note that you're not going to be able to spend $35 on this bracket and avoid spending hundreds of dollars on a tub-mounted or bumper-mounted tire carrier. This is only going to fix one of the issues that you have with running a larger than factory spare on the factory tailgate, and you're still going to have to address those issues. So if you're looking for a short-term temporary solution to running a larger than factory spare tire in that factory spare tire mounting location, or you have only a slightly larger than factory spare tire, a small 31-inch lightweight wheel tire package, and you're looking to just move that tire up a little bit, this bracket is going to be a well-built option. So that's my review of the Off Camber Fabrications by MBRP spare tire relocation bracket fitting all 2007 and up JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.